Good morning to you and welcome to the show. I am Louisa here to start off your week with the most interesting stories. 早安你好，欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新奇、最有趣的新闻。And it's a Titanic look-alike, and it's called Titanic 2. One of Australia's richest men is set to build a replica of the ill-fated ship with a Chinese company by 2016, which is set to sail along the original sunken cruise liner's route from England to New York. 今年是铁达尼号沉没满100周年，在澳洲有一个富豪跟中国船公司合作，要打造铁达尼2号，让这艘超级邮轮重生，预计在2016年首航。
100 years after the sinking of the Titanic, Australian mining and tourism billionaire Clive Palmer announced his ambitious plan to build a 21st century version of the Titanic with a Chinese state-owned company. The luxury liner, described as every bit as luxurious as the original, is expected to make its maiden voyage from England to North America, the old Titanic route, late in 2016. Palmer said his new shipping company, Blue Star Line, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Chinese state-owned company, CSC Jingling Shipyard, to build the Titanic II.
We think it'll be a great achievement. It'll also be a great tribute to the people who designed the original Titanic. It was certainly their intention that their work and the skill in their endeavours survived into the future, and we think we've got a vested interest in ensuring that it survives into the next century.
Most of Palmer's wealth comes from real estate and coal mining in Queensland, and currently his tourism empire includes golf and spa resorts in Queensland. However, a Titanic historian at Australia's National Maritime Museum, Inger Shale, doubts that if people would still be interested in 2016 to sail on Titanic II.
Well, curiously, in spite of the name, I think there'll be quite a few people who will wish to travel on it because of the Titanic connection. When the James Cameron movie came out in 1997, there was an upswing in interest in cruising among the general public because of the Titanic movie. What I'd be interested in is the longevity of that interest. Would it sustain itself after that initial curiosity and novelty factor has worn off?
The design work has started for the new Titanic, which will have the same dimension as its old version, with 840 rooms and 9 decks. The original Titanic, the largest liner in the world when it was launched, sank after hitting an iceberg on April 15, 1912.
And in the world of fashion, Marc Jacobs is bringing his creative vision to Germany, where the top-notch designer will assist in picking the most talented one from the Designer for Tomorrow competition in Berlin.
Germany says Guten Tag to Marc Jacobs. The popular American designer is lending his name to Designer for Tomorrow, a competition for new designers. Jacobs says working with the new talent is inspiring.
And it was very interesting, very nourishing for me to meet a few of the young designers and to hear what they had to say and just to be involved in this event.
But does he worry that one of these designers might dethrone him?
No, I'm not afraid. I do my job, and there's always room for new people and new ideas and new things. And, there's a huge world out there, and everybody has different likes and different interests and different tastes. And I just do my thing, and I'm one of many.
For the young designers, it's not just a stepping stone for their careers. Ramil Macchiano says it's a privilege to work with Jacobs.
It's amazing that Marc Jacobs kind of basically acknowledge or basically give you a little bit of support and a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of uplift, really. Yeah.
The winner will be selected at Berlin Fashion Week in July.
And the pictures say it all. A group of notable photographers are digging into their archives and are getting together to showcase the images of the iconic rock band at an exhibition, marking the existence and the power of the Rolling Stones. 歌坛传奇滚石乐团成军50年，风靡全球乐迷。最近在纽约就展出他们的摄影展，跟大家分享滚石乐团这一路来的各种点滴。
any other marriage, theirs saw highs and lows. And as the Rolling Stones approach their half-century of existence, this exhibition revisits the legendary rock and roll band's tumultuous career. Rolling Stones, celebrating 50 years in photography, was put together by the Morrison Hotel Gallery in New York and features some of their most iconic images taken by leading photographers. Among them, works by Terry O'Neill. Known for his pictures of the Beatles, the photographer immortalized the band on film in their early years.
They said, who else is good in this pop world? And I said, well, I've been watching a group called the Rolling Stones, but they're more really a blues group. They said, well, go and photograph them. Well, I did, and I took the pictures in, and they were horrified about how they looked like five monsters.
Guitarist Keith Richards posing in front of a sign reading "A Drug-Free America." This photograph was taken by Ethan Russell, who made the most of the moment as he was traveling with a band in the late 60s.
Because it was ironic to the nth degree. I mean, he's wearing a Coke button, right? You know, it's Keith Richards, you know, who's the poster child of you know, sort of debauchery. So it was a very obvious picture to take if you saw it, you know. So I took it.
An extensive portfolio witnessing the band across decades of rock and roll history. The photographs are up for sale, with the exhibition opening to the public on May the 4th.
The Hollywood Boulevard is making room for actress Scarlett Johansson. The 27-year-old entertainer who plays Black Widow in the latest superhero flick, The Avengers, has been recognized for her influence in the movie industry as she proudly accepts her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with the company of her loved ones. Hollywood 性感女星 Scarlett Johansson 从当童星开始，已经入行了20年，现在终于拿到好莱坞大道上的星星。她说她从来没有想过会拿到这样的肯定，就像美梦成真。
Scarlett Johansson received the 2,470th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The actress was on hand to accept the honor and said she was surprised to learn that her name would be placed on the famed Hollywood Boulevard.
Never, ever in my 20 years in this industry would I ever have thought my receiving this star would be even a remote possibility.
The actress first got her start at age 12, starring opposite Robert Redford in The Horse Whisperer. Since then, she has become a Hollywood A-lister, going on to earn 4 Golden Globe nominations and win a Tony for her work in Broadway's A View from a Bridge.
There is never a day that goes by that I do not feel like the luckiest person in the world to have a job that I love, to be employed to do that job, to have fans that allow me to be employed at that job, and to work with cast and crew members at the very, very top of their game. I'm constantly surprised that I have not yet been found out.
Where my experience with her was nothing short of tremendously awful. For 6 months, she continuously threw me around, beat me, stepped on me, and wiped the floor with my dignity and self-respect every day, all with a smile on her face.
Let me put you on hold.
Johansson next appears as Black Widow in The Avengers. It opens on May 4th.
And that's it for this edition. I am Louisa Lee, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Meanwhile, stay with CTS for the latest weather update and for more top stories.